Hey!
One more time.
Hey! Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh! And it's all going.
Okay. Wait.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Right, awesome.
Microphone difficulties. We couldn't start the show just normal.
Consummate professionals.
This time it was going to be this time, Andrew. Not this
It
time.
will never be.
It will
that
never
time.
be this time. So, it is the Valady Studios nifty comic book show. I'm Valady Studios co-founder Chris Hoffman.
And I am Valady Studios co-founder Andrew Malin.
And quick update on Valady projects. We are sending. We sent out today, which is Thursday the 15th of March 2018. And so today we sent out, if you backed the horror card tarot or the horror comic tarot deck, I sent out surveys today to get your address.
Yes.
So be sure to get those in. We're going to send the decks to the printer early next week. The order to the printer.
Yes.
And so, yeah, they're coming, and we're right on time.
Yep. And Gull should be shipping soon.
Gull should be shipping soon, yeah. We sent the custom action figures to kablam.com, which is who's fulfilling for us this time. The great folks over at Kablam, love those guys. Barry at Kablam.
Thank you, Barry.
You're the man. And actually, I've worked with them for years. Barry is always consummate professional. He's fantastic. I love working with those guys.
Good customer service.
Good customer service. Cannot go wrong with those guys. And their Kickstarter fulfillment service is just great.
Yeah, we use it all the time.
And so I sent the custom action figures to those guys, and they are going to be shipping them out. So you should have them in your grubby little hands really soon. So excited. So excited. It's always amazing to get those out because they start off as like just like a nutty idea between us.
Yeah,
you know?
One of our previous projects, The Mighty Trump, started as almost like a dare over dinner.
Right. It almost cost us our friendship. But we have it now, and that's now a happy memory of Trump right up there in the car. Oh, it just went away. But yeah, we get a whole bunch of requests from that when the sequel's going to come out. There is an idea with legs, so we're not saying anything yet, you know.
And they're not nice legs. They're kind of cottage cheesy, but they're getting there.
There's some legs on this idea. The only way that we can do this stuff is if you back the Kickstarter, so keep your eye out for that. Current one is Edison Bell, and so you can go to ValadyStudios.com right now and you can find a link for it, or go to Kickstarter and search Edison Bell, and that one you can read more about it on the Kickstarter. Go check that one out. But yeah, so Gull is to the printers, and yeah, we're almost to the. No, it's at the printers.
Yeah,
it's paid for. It has just got to go off of the print, and they're gonna head out. Oh, what I was saying was, it's nice to actually see the end product.
Oh yeah.
When I can read through those things a million times, and I can remember how we came up with the joke and what the joke was before this one.
Trying to punch it up here and there.
The thing that wasn't funnier, and then talking to the. It's all a student-driven project. So we work a lot with the Broadview Entertainment and Arts University in South Salt Lake, Utah, and 3 graduates from their comic book program worked on that book, and so we're really proud of their work. And proud of this book, and can't wait to see more of their work in the industry. Yeah, so it's just fun to see. I love seeing those books come out. We're starting some ideas for Goal Number 3. We're pretty excited about that.
It's outlined. We just need to get them scripted, and then. Also, a reminder to our listeners: Dr. Volt's Comics is hosting the graphic novel book club, and this month's book, because we failed to mention it last week, is Hellblazer: Dangerous Habits. We won't be reviewing that book here like we did for Black Panther, so you can go to Dr. Volt's. It's on discount this month, and come and see at the end of March for the graphic novel book club, hosted at Dr. Volt's by Chelsea Blumfeld.
Yeah. Yes. And you can find out more if you hit the Facebook page, right?
Yes,
If you go to drvolts.com, it takes you to their Facebook page, or you can also call and speak to one of their friendly associates. A good chance it might be Andrew answering the phone.
Probably not.
Oh, you don't like answering the phone? They
Oh,
don't
no,
let
it's
you
just,
answer the phone?
I'm only there 2 days a week. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chances are, it might be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, it's a
yeah.
lottery. You know what I mean? Maybe you can call and just
It'll be
like,
Dave. He'll answer.
Talk to Dave.
Talk to Dave. He'll get you set up.
Mention the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw this on the show. So, but for a spotlight today, I did want to do a spotlight. I brought this one last time, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it. But this is Quantum Teens Are Go.
Go!
This was actually a recommend from Taylor Hoffman, who is...
No relation.
No relation. Although I'm very sad about that. I would be very proud to be related
Yeah,
to
Taylor's
Taylor.
great.
And so Black Mass Studios,
Yes.
really cool sort of indie book indie imprint came on the scene. Didn't they have something to do? I don't know if you know anything about how they started.
Not very much.
They had something to do with the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, yeah?
Like
That's awesome.
someone from the Wu-Tang Clan put some money into this.
They're not one to be trifled with, I understand.
The Angry Bees, boy, so
Yeah.
white. Hashtag so white.
Yeah.
But they had Matt Miner's a writer of a book called Liberator that was an early success for Black Mass. He likes the local New York writer. Good,
Nice.
Great guy. Did the Guar comics.
I remember that one.
Yeah. So anyway, this one is Quantum Teens Go, and I am going to butcher the last name here. It's Magdalene Visaggio? Oh
Yes.
boy.
She's writing the Eternity Girl
Oh,
for DC right now.
is that the one you were showing me?
Yes.
Is that the one I bought today?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you the serendipity that's happening on the show today? That's amazing. Well, hey, I'm even more excited
Look at
about
that.
this. And Eric, I'm just
Eric.
kidding, Eric, Donovan, and Claudia Aguirre here, and Zach Sam. Let's have some credit for the letterers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a hard job.
Yeah, it's. I actually love lettering our books. It's so much fun.
I'm glad you like
I
that.
actually enjoy it. A lot of people would consider that the grunt work of comic book making, but I actually love playing with letters.
It helps with it's so important because it's one of those things that if it's done well, it melts into the background, it just becomes part of the story. But it's done poorly, all of a
You
sudden
notice.
it stands out, and then it brings down the quality of the book. So it's a very thankless. It's like to bring a sports analogy, which I know you love.
Oh, wonderful.
It's like the offensive line in a football team, super important, and you don't notice them until they make a mistake.
Yeah.
So the basis of this story is that it treats sort of skater punks are super smart. Not that they aren't right now, but in this one, like quantum physics, super smart. They're super scientists, and so they're the stereotypical wearing tights and shorts and high school kids. You know what I mean? That like just on the picture here, but they're wicked smart. They get into little like gangs, you know, not gangs the way they fight with each other, but gangs where they work on super science things together.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of super science in the world. There's like a mega corporation that had plants in places where they built robots and stuff that they've abandoned, and so there's abandoned tech there. And so the gangs like go to these places and they pick it over
Try
and
to salvage.
they try to salvage the stuff. And so it starts off with a lot of this action, and so but it's high school kids. She has her skateboard and whatnot, and I have forgotten the main character's name here for a second. Brent, it's not. Oh gosh, where is her?
I actually really related to this book because my friends in high school were the nerdiest crew there.
Right.
And one of them went on to work at NASA while still in high school.
Right.
And then another one of our friends, who I later married, ended up working for NASA while in college.
Yeah.
And so they're just I really identified with these physics older kids, because
Right.
that was us.
So her name is Nat, and it's one of the things I want to explain this because I was looking at the artwork here, and I was wondering about the artwork when I first started reading this, because I was looking at Nat's character and I was like, why is she drawn so weird? You know what I mean? Like non-traditional.
Okay.
And I started looking at this because she's got a very prominent chin. The cheekbones are always being put in, and like traditionally in like superhero comics, females are drawn with as few lines on their face as possible,
As
because
little detail lines.
yeah, as a matter of fact, to the point of like a J. Scott Campbell, where there's just kind of dots. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you can get
almost
down to
no
the point.
nose at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was Psylocke pictures from the '90s where she looked like she just had two holes in front of her face, right? But it comes down this character. It's a trans character.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, moving from male to female. His old name was Brandon, and if I'm doing my pronouns correctly here, is I'm supposed to speak of Brandon when he was a boy, he and him, and when she is a girl, she and her. So
I think that is correct.
I am trying. I am the whitest, like I said, hashtag so white, but I'm making my attempt here. But the coolest thing that I was about this is that's not the point of the story. It's not the crux of the story. It's not a reveal. I was imagining that there would be some sort of like, this is how I imagine like a cis, the average cis white male would write this, is that there would be some sort of laser at the end that only works on women or something like that. There's something about the DNA where it's like, you know, it's the woman, and she'd be like, haha, but you know, my chromosomes, you know, stupid, right? That's where I was thinking. That's the stupid way to write a trans character, right? This way, and so that's why I'm not. I was like, oh, here we go, you know what I mean? But this is totally not that.
No.
It is part of the character. They mention it. And it's also not like the plot point where everyone in the school is like, you're so weird because you're doing this. Like, vast majority, there's one bully who's in the story who makes mention of it, and everyone is like, dude, what the bully?
Yeah,
what the heck?
It reminds me of how my kids in their generation act. They've the idea of using any of those derogatory terms as a pejorative is completely out of their realm of thought. They don't think like that.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful that the new generation is like that. And the world will definitely be a better place when we're gone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
there's no doubt about that.
this demonstrates the great writing of these characters aren't cardboard cutouts with names or with their labels on them. These are real, fleshed out characters, and it's really well done.
Yeah. I was super impressed, and but it explained to me like why I with the art, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, the art was actually telling me part of the story before I even knew what was going on with the character, which is,
and the art is
such a great
very
sign.
well done. I really like the artwork.
Yeah, and here's the scene with the bully, and I was just reading a blog post today about a guy who was bullied when he was kids. One empathizes, which is why Ruthless actually exists.
Yes,
So,
it comes from a sad, dark place.
That's getting worked out. That's okay
page.
now.
Yeah.
But
Ruthless 2, dude.
Yeah.
It's getting worked out.
Wait until you guys see. But the scene, like the old scenes in comic books when the bully would do something, the whole lunchroom would join and be like, ha ha, point and laugh, right? That's not even what happens in here. The bully is 100% on her own and is actually never even talked about again in the whole story.
Feels more like actual teenagers.
Yep. But it goes into all sorts of fun stuff. There's time travel. They try to build a time, just the little gist. Oh, I guess we've been kicked off of Facebook, so.
All right, well.
There you go. So Twitch people can still see us.
Twitch and YouTube?
And YouTube can still see us.
Maybe we'll just link to the video on our Facebook.
Yes, if you were on Facebook. So we're still figuring some of this stuff out, as you can see. So they're trying to build a time machine, right? And they don't explain why they want to go back to change. There's something mean and horrible that happened to these two in each of their past, and they want a time machine to go fix those things. They try to build one, and then after it has a mistake or has a mishap, these crazy guys in these gas masks start showing up, but only the people who were present at the accident of the time machine can see them. So it's really weird. They're following these people around, but nobody can tell what they're doing. They see them show up in their classes, they show up in their neighborhood, and they menace the characters until they figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's a fun read. It was I'm glad that Taylor recommended this.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you can get it in the trade here. I'll show this so you can see the ISBN. I'll have a link on the show. You can call Dr. Volts, check out their website, or barring that, and if you want to be boring, go to your local place. Go ahead. But you can you can pick this up, get the whole story, and it's an all encapsulated story. It's all taken care of in one book. So. Yeah, I'm super excited to, even more excited. I wanted to read that book on your recommend. Maybe we'll look at that one of these other times.
Yeah, maybe next week.
But I also wanted to show this book. So this was a find that I had when one of the very few times that I was not at Dr. Volt's.
Whatever, dude.
You know what I mean? I hit other stores. There's lots of places around here. But my favorite place. But I go to the other stores.
For sure.
Fine. And so this is Web of Spider-Man number 19. So who's this? There's two first appearances in this. Who are they?
Solo and Humbug.
So who is Humbug? Other than obviously the most offbeat Spidey villain to the time.
He controls bugs using tape decks.
Yeah, using sound.
Yeah, and then he ended up showing up later in Heroes for Hire during Civil War. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he had like a black costume. He had like this.
His costume looked pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
He's a great character in that book.
Yeah.
If you want to read some cool humbug stuff, if you want to start collecting of that one, that whole set of
those weren't bad. Those were pretty good.
Heroes for Hire, like 1 to 10. They're pretty good stories because it's like Misty Knight,
Colleen Wing.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi
Humbug.
was there.
Yeah.
Doesn't Ghost Rider join the team briefly too?
Yeah.
There's
a part of the book writing. Isn't it the gorilla person head?
Dr. Negan.
Yeah, and he had
it's the Headmen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, they also fight a reactivated Doombot.
Nice.
Like this Doombot that's like in the sewers of New York, and this kid finds it and he turns it on, and the Doombot's like, "Can I be your friend?" It's like hilarious, great story. And Solo, what do we know about Solo?
Solo is a mercenary with the ability to teleport, so he's kind of like a Punisher character, but he can teleport.
He's like a unfunny dollar store Deadpool.
Oh yeah, I guess Deadpool used to teleport a lot.
Yeah,
huh?
he was and he was one of the Mercs for Money, and he was like
he was one of
the fake Deadpools when Deadpool was like sending people out as him. Great idea, by the way. That's one of the things in Marvel that I wish that they had done. There was a Hobgoblin story where he was licensing out his name. He was like a
franchise.
Yeah, he had franchises, and he like, you too could be the Hobgoblin. I wish that they would have just had that story keep going. That was really funny.
That kind of went for a while though. They had a whole Goblin War and stuff over it.
They did.
Yeah.
He was part of it. It wasn't. It didn't focus on him. I wanted it to focus on somebody because they had like all these loser villains that it was like I think 8-Ball was one of them, and he was but he was like, I suck, so I'll be a little bit less sucky by being Hobgoblin. But I got this one for $1. You know what I mean?
That's a good find for $1.
I think it books at like 4 or 5, something like that.
Most of Web of Spider-Man is not particularly valuable.
No, even though it's like the first appearance of Eddie Brock's hand, the issue before this one.
That one is valuable. That's where he pushes him onto the train.
Yes.
Tracks.
So the whole story in this one is Spider-Man is freaking out because he thinks his spider sense is gone.
It just doesn't work on
It just doesn't work on Venom. And so he's like, I need to fight. The whole story is here. He's got to find a fight. So he fights Humbug.
Oh.
But I was.
Well, he didn't want to fight Stiltman because he's never beaten Stiltman.
Oh, really?
Stiltman has beat Spider-Man every time they've fought.
That is hilarious.
Isn't that weird?
They should keep that up. You should show up again one of these times. This should be our pitch.
Yeah, Stiltman.
Yes.
Are you listening, Marvel? Because I know you are.
Yeah.
Stiltman.
Yeah.
Give us Squirrel Girl.
Put us in, Coach. We're ready to go. But I got this for $1, and I had done a spotlight on this because I did a video one time showing the first appearances of everybody who was part of the team in Mercs for Money. Deadpool's Mercs for Money.
You found the first appearance of Terror Inc.
Yeah. But I didn't get one. I had
because I haven't seen one of those in person.
No, I had a digital copy. I had a digital
yeah.
copy of this one too.
Okay.
Yeah. With
So-
Terror.
so like-
Who's a cool character.
Yeah, I like Terror.
But he
St. George, I think, was the comic he's from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. That's but I was looking through this and I was like, holy cow, it's Mark Silvestri who did the pencils in this one, and Bob McLeod who did
that's
the
great.
inks.
Yeah.
He's going to be at the Wasatch Comic Con,
Yeah.
which is going on here in Utah at the end of April.
I think
And
I'm
so
going to have him sign my...
have him sign this bad boy.
That'll be great. I think I'm going to have him sign my Craven's Last Hunt that I had Mike Zeck sign when he
Oh,
was
super nice.
here. Yeah.
But beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
oh,
for
yeah.
like such a goofy character, just a gorgeous rendition of Spider-Man. Mark Silvestri.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like quintessential.
His run on X-Men was iconic. He did
Yeah.
Inferno
Yeah.
and Fall of the Mutants
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah. I had all of those when I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember buying those on the newsstand.
Yeah.
Didn't he do the? He did the one with Wolverine like turning into the Brood on the cover, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, he did the Brood stuff too. That was good.
that's one of my favorite covers of all time. That was
I think
when
I just picked that one up because I had one as a kid, and then it, as all things do, they disappear.
Oh,
But
I've got mine that still has like the direct edition or like the retail edition barcode on it,
Oh, nice.
and it's got water damage all over it. But it's a beautiful book. But I mean, this is a great story. I couldn't believe what a find and what a cool thing it is, and the fact that Humbug is actually he controls the bugs with sonic waves, and he has a bunch of Walkmans. That's the technology that was available here, and it actually screws up on him because he's trying to hide from Spider-Man, and he accidentally plays a Van Halen tape
nice.
that he was listening to on his lunch break. Yeah, terrible villain, but fun.
Well,
you know,
with
not
that
every
book,
villain has to be like
it could have been the Rick Ashley. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's true.
considering the year, it could have been.
That's true.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's a little bit earlier, 86.
Yeah, maybe. Isn't that an 86?
Oh, you know what? He might be. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
We should look. Hey, tell you what, audience, why don't you look that up and tell us in the comments?
Yeah, you find out. So, if you're looking for a fun, cheap comic that's a bit of Marvel history and some really great artwork and some couple of goofy characters, find a
Spider-Man.
Yeah, give and tell them you're looking out for it, and they will turn over all the rocks.
Yes,
looking
and
for it.
you know who will end up turning over those rocks? Me.
Yeah, this guy.
So
Yeah, next time it comes in on
Yeah,
the collection.
so far we have put out a new long box equivalent of comic books of new back issues every single week.
Wow.
So
Yeah, it's great. I love going through the back issues over there, and you just made some new banners and stuff.
yeah, you should come and check it out.
Yeah,
we
come
just
over
moved
to
the
the
store
show.
around a little bit, and yeah, good to see you.
Yeah.
I'll be there this weekend.
Yeah. So, anything else that you
No, I
want to
think
cover?
that's good.
We've got some other really, really, really cool ideas that are coming along. We've got like probably 5 Kickstarters that are in the waiting room. And
Yeah, it'll just be one after another for several months this year.
yeah, until we just run out of ideas or steam.
Yeah.
Which neither. Oh, you know, there is one more thing. We are going to be at the Silicon Valley Comic Con,
Yes.
April 6th through the 8th, as in the San Jose Convention Center, and we will be in the annex in
Artist Alley.
Artist Alley, Table Z. I
Table
believe.
Z. Yeah.
If that's, we'll correct it in the show notes.
So, San Jose friends, I know you're listening. We need to do a sign or a hashtag or something on the
Yep.
so that they know. You can come and see us. We will also have preliminary copies of the Daring Heroes card game, which
Right.
is an upcoming Kickstarter for you guys to look at, to
Yep.
preview. And then I know a number of you out in San Jose helped playtest the game.
Yep.
And so it will be an exciting thing to see.
I will be debuting a improvement to my Gull costume, which is amazing.
yes.
Wait until you see the photos and videos from
Yeah.
this.
And it's better than the wad of socks.
Right. I don't know better. But and I will be debuting my Boobach costume. costume.
Yes,
And it
Ruthless
is
fans. It's
so
Boobach in
awesome.
person.
Wait until you see that action as well. So, if you're going to be in that area at that time, when we're also going to be at the Wasatch Comic Con at the end of April, which is taking place at the Valley Fair Mall in West Valley City, and we'll get you more details as soon as we have them. So, that's everything that we need. Thank you. Let us know that you're watching if you have any questions or things that you'd like us to talk about or comics that you think could deserve a spotlight on here. Let us know. And yeah, you can let us know at VeladiStudios.com or you can just comment on this video.
Yes. And good evening and good night.
Cool.